Hi, welcome back. Once again, I'm Janelle Ponte, a certified crochet instructor, and I'm here to do step 2 of the tutorial. We're going to teach you how to do single crochet. Hopefully you finished up with your slip knot and your chain, and I'm hoping that once you completed a chain or the chain that you've been working on looks something like this. As you can see, it just kind of hangs nice and flat. I might be a little too close there. There we go. It should look something like this. I'm hoping that your chain doesn't look something like this. See how it's got some big holes and then it's tight in some areas and it just looks a little twisted and a little loopy. Try and get a close-up there. Okay, so we want your chain to look like this, which is nice and flat. Bear with me, I'm struggling with the camera and where it's positioned here. Okay, nice and even, not too big and not too little, but just the right amount where you're going to be able to stick your hook right through those loops. Okay, so if your chain doesn't look like that, and if your chain is still a little lumpy and bumpy and has some big holes and some little holes and some twists and turns in it, then I highly recommend that you go through the first tutorial again and keep making a chain and make a chain and make a chain and make a chain until it becomes all the same tension, the nice and even stitches, and you can make it as long as you want. Honestly, when I was 9 years old and first learning how to crochet, I made a chain so long that it wrapped around our whole entire house, and I know that because my sisters did it while I was still working on it. So make a chain for as long as you can until you've got a nice, even, consistent stitches. Okay, with that being said, I am starting with 20 chains. You can start with 10 if you want, or however many you want. It's up to you, but I started with 20 chains, and they look like this, still attached to my crochet hook. Okay, so what we're going to do next, I'm going to hold it up. Oh, gotta get used to this video, sorry. So I'm going to hold it up like this. Okay, so I want you to take a look at the chains. Okay, you should be able to see each individual chain, and this is why I didn't want you to work with yarn that's too dark or too light, because I want you to be able to see your chains. That right there is one chain. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. The reason I counted those for you is I just want you to be able to see each individual chain, and you should be able to do that with your chain as well. So now what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to do single crochet by working through the chains. And I'm going to teach you the basic way to learn later on when we get into a little more complex tutorials. You'll see another way to do it, but for right now we're just going to do it this way. So we're going to take our crochet hook and we're going to go right into that first chain there. See how I did that? Just went right in there. Then we're going to take our hook and we're going to wrap the yarn around there just like that. Wrap it around and then pull our hook, pull it right through that first loop, and then bring it back up. And then we're going to do it again, press our hook into the yarn, wrap it around, and pull it through the 2 loops that are on the hook. Okay, and that is our first single crochet. Yay! Let's try it again. So we're going to put our hook, now you'll see this loop here, and you'll want to think, oh, I must go through that chain right there because it's nice and big. Oh, I'm sorry, I hope you guys can see okay. But I don't want you to go into that one. Why? Because when you pull on this and you see this one move, that means it's used. I call that kind of like a foot. It looks like there's a foot in there. So do not use that one. You're going to move on to the next one. I hope you can see that okay. Sorry. All right, so we're going to go into the next chain, which is right here. Okay, we're going to go in. We're going to pull up a loop, pull it right through. and then we're going to wrap it around and pull through 2, just like that. Again, we're going to go in our next chain, not this big one, that one's already used. You can see kind of like a foot in there, but we're going to go in here. We're going to go in, going to pull up a loop, wrap around, pull through 2, okay? You notice also, just like with the chain, I keep choking up, okay? So I'm holding my work here nice and tight, and we're going to do it again. We're going to go in our next chain, wrap it around, pull it through 1, wrap it around, pull it through 2. Again, go through the chain, wrap around, pull through 1, wrap around, pull through 2. Now, if you're getting, hold on, I'm going to adjust my camera here. Okay, if you find that you're getting, your stitches are getting a little too tight, like if you're struggling and trying to pull and tug and pull it through, then you just want to loosen up. And how you can loosen up is relax this index finger a little bit more. Remember how we talked about when you're pulling it really tight? You don't want to keep it tight when you're trying to pull it through. See how I have it tight? It's hard to put it through the chain. So what you're going to do is just relax. After you wrap it, you're going to relax that finger, pull it through, pull it tight to wrap, and then relax the finger and pull it through. I have always said, if you don't find crocheting to be fun and relaxing and therapeutic, then you're doing it wrong, and you really need to work on how to just relax your hands. So once again, I'm going to keep working along this chain. You keep doing it at your pace. I want to go ahead and finish all the way across this row. But you keep working at your pace. Please do not let the speed of my single crochet intimidate you whatsoever. I'm just trying to get to the end of the row. Someday you can do it this fast. I promise. Just keep working at it. Okay, so I'm at the end of my row. So I have a nice straight even line of single crochet there. Now, when you come to the end of a row, whether you're making a scarf, and by the way, 20 single crochet, or 19, that's how many we have now, is a perfect size width for a scarf. So you could keep going up here and keep going and going and going and make a scarf that's, potentially 6 feet long or however long you want it. So we are at the end of a row here. What you do at the end of a row when you're doing single crochet, you always, always, always chain 1 and turn. Then after you turn your work, you see we're going to work on this side of the crochet. You want to go into that first single crochet there, not the second one, not the chain. You want to go into that first single crochet there. Now I stress this. I'm not going to go in there yet. It's very, very important. I tell you this because one of the most common mistakes of a beginner crocheter is to go into that second single crochet there, and then the work just gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, and that's actually called decreasing. We don't want to decrease, at least not at this point. So we're going to go into that first stitch right there, like so. Do the same thing we've been doing. We're going to wrap around, pull through. Oh, sorry, I forgot an important detail. So now that we have a single crochet, you can see it looks a little different than our chain did. And if you look at the top of it, I'm showing you the view, the top view, you see it's got kind of like a, for lack of a better word, V stitches along here. They look kind of like little V's. So when you're crocheting, you're going to go through both of those strands there, right through the V stitch. See how I did that? And now you're going to wrap it around, pull through 1, wrap it around, pull through 2. Okay, so again, right over the top there, pull through 1, pull through 2, just like so. And that is a single crochet. Okay, I'm going to do another one nice and slow. Right through the V stitch, wrap, pull through 1, wrap, pull through 2. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and keep working our way all the way across. Now, if you find that when you were doing your single crochet or whatever, you only went into this front loop here of the V like that, just the one, don't panic. It's not a big deal. That is just called the front loop only stitch. So that's just using the front loop of those V stitches. Or if you find that you went through the back loop of the V stitch, don't panic either, because that's called back loop only. And then I'm just going to show you the difference. With the front loop only or the back loop only, it just makes a little line. So it's actually, it can be decorative and you can use it for another pattern. And then same thing with the back loop only, just leaves a little line. So it's good for textured garments. You could even make a scarf that way. So, but we're going to go ahead and continue across our row, just doing regular, going through the entire V-stitch, for lack of a better word. And we're going to come to our end row again. And so what do we do at the end of our row? We chain one and turn, okay? And then we don't go into this one here, we go into that very, very first stitch right there. And continue our single crochets. Ta-da! Congratulations, that is a big step in crochet. I've always said that once you learn single crochet and double crochet, you can make just about anything. And those, you just kind of can build on those too. But we're going to learn double crochet next time. I hope you enjoyed learning single crochet. Once again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email or comment on this video. And I hope to see you for the double crochet tutorial. Thanks. Bye.